Thanks for agreeing to serve on the unit election team for your lodge or chapter. Your work assisting scout troops or varsity teams with the Order of the Arrow elections is very important to the proper conduct of the Order of the Arrow in your council. This brief video presentation will acquaint you with the basic procedures and national policy necessary to ensure a positive experience for you, the unit, and the candidates who will be elected. Before the election, and well in advance of the start of your lodge's election season, the unit election teams should contact every scoutmaster and coach in their district or council. Some lodges and chapters send out a letter with all information and contacts necessary to schedule a unit election. Make sure your election team has the following information: the unit number, the name and phone number of each scoutmaster and coach, the location where the troop or team meets, and the date and time of the scheduled unit election. This information can be obtained through your council service center or staff advisor. Once the unit election is scheduled, confirm the election details with the scoutmaster or coach about 1 week before the assigned date. Use this opportunity to discuss the role of the Order of the Arrow in the unit and the election procedure itself. Obtain the name and phone number of the OA troop or team representative and coordinate his participation with your team in the upcoming election. When recruiting hourmen to serve on unit election teams, it is recommended that the majority of the team members be from outside the unit whose election is being held. The effective lodge or chapter unit election team should consist of 2 trained youth members, an advisor, and an OA troop or team representative. Regularly check the unit election team members to make sure they can participate and have no conflicts. Have an alternate hourman available if necessary. Confirm the date, time, and location of each scheduled election, and remind the unit election team members of the importance of a complete scout uniform, including OA sash. Have all of the materials necessary to conduct the unit election, including the OA handbook, guide for officers and advisors, unit election form, blank ballots, and pencils. Plan to arrive early at the troop or team meeting place and check in with the scoutmaster or coach. Go over the list of scouts eligible for election and determine if at least half of the active unit membership is present as required by the election policy. Remember, the list of scouts eligible for election is approved by the unit leader prior to the election. This is also a good time to ask if the troop or team committee wishes to nominate an adult candidate for membership. Very carefully go over the election procedure with the scoutmaster or coach and the OA representative. Conduct the unit election using part 1 of this video and the ceremony in the guide for officers and advisors. After voting, count the ballots with the scoutmaster, coach, or duly designated adult representative. A scout is elected if he receives votes from at least half of those who turn in ballots, rounding up in the case of an odd number. If the unit does not elect any candidates, inform the scoutmaster or coach, answer any additional questions, and conduct one more vote. If no scouts are elected on the second vote, this is the final result, and no further elections may be conducted, nor may an adult candidate recommendation be considered that year. If the scoutmaster or coach wishes to announce the results immediately, he or she may do so. If the results are announced, give the candidates written information about the date, location, cost, and other details of the next scheduled ordeal. Explain to the scouts that the ordeal must be completed within 1 year of the unit election, or his candidacy expires and he must be re-elected by his unit. Candidates should be called out by the lodge or chapter at the earliest possible time, either at summer camp, a camporee, or specially arranged ceremony. If the unit nominated an adult, explain that the lodge adult selection committee must provide final approval of adult candidates for membership and inform the scoutmaster or coach of the notification process used by the lodge. Make sure that you thank the unit leader and the arrowmen who assisted in the election. After the election is completed, your job is not done. Notify your chapter or lodge unit elections chairman of the completed election and promptly send the completed unit election form to the chairman or to your council service center for action. Adult nomination forms should be forwarded to the lodge advisor or to your council service center for action. Let's review the eligibility requirements. A scout must be registered, must have achieved the rank of first class or higher, and have completed 15 days and nights of Boy Scout camping within a 2-year period prior to the election. The 15 days and nights of camping must consist of one, but no more than one, long-term camping experience consisting of 6 consecutive days and 5 nights of resident camping, like Council Summer Camp. Adult leaders nominated by units must meet the same camping requirements and should be selected based on their ability to make the program more meaningful for youth members, and not as a form of award or personal recognition. Questions? The latest unit election criteria are found in the current edition of the Guide for Officers and Advisors, which includes more detail on election requirements and procedures, an election ceremony script, a sample unit election announcement letter, and a unit election report that can be adapted for use in your lodge or chapter. Consult your lodge advisors in matters related to the interpretation of these policies and procedures. Remember, you will give many scouts their first impression of the Order of the Arrow. Be energetic, excited, enthusiastic. Your role as a member of the unit election team is very important. Thanks for investing your time. It's worth it. And good luck.